Yesterday we saw this. Democracy, ideals. Ideals is a perfect person or a thing. Elaborate is detail. Polity is anything to do with government. Its policies are government itself. Tyranny is, what to say, trying to oppress somebody with power, and minorities who are not having. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Uma, ma'am. Who is not having more in number. Now, acrimonious. What's acrimonious? Crimonious. Anything to do with crimonious? Anybody?
Acrimonious. I think it's anger, ma'am. Anger.
Sorry?
Anger. Ill
Anger? No. No. Something to do with criminal. Okay. A person who has this attitude of or an activity which is related to criminal attitude. Okay. And dictatorial.
Dominating.
Dominating. Okay. Not anybody who changes according autocratic. Okay.
Whims and fancies.
Very good. According to his whims and fancies. What are whims, ma'am? Very good. Whims and fancies. Who always changes things according to his whims and fancies. What are whims?
Whims. His own
he keep on changing. Okay. Now I want everybody to participate. Tomorrow I want the class to be quiet. Or after 10 minutes, I want everybody to be participating. And after 10 minutes, I want them to write. After 10 minutes, I keep changing my own ideas. That's whims and fancy. Okay. Colonial. What's colonial?
Under somebody's control. Under somebody's control.
Then, Uma ma'am, then are we, actually we are under the control of our management. So are we colonial?
No.
No.
Under somebody's rule.
Foreign rule.
Somebody's rule. Okay. Now let me ask you this. We were ruled by Marathas. We were ruled by
British,
let us say other than Britishers. Okay. So if it is Britishers only, then it is colonial. Is it only if it is Britishers? No. Then what is colonial?
No, Europeans also.
Powerful country.
A powerful country.
Yeah, foreign.
Okay. Now let us assume Russia has captured Ukraine. So is Ukraine under colonial rule of Russia?
They have started ruling, it will be a colonial rule, but they haven't started ruling it.
After occupying the country, they
will settle there itself, ma'am.
Their own policies in that country. Keeping
not policies, ma'am.
They will occupy our country, but the rule will be from other places, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Actually, what happens is colonial rule. What is the difference between or somebody ruling another country or colonial rule is that colonial people have this attitude and idea of changing the basic culture, tradition, economy, everything they change according to their own culture and tradition. Colonizing is making that country as their own colony. Like they changed, we had Gurukula type of teaching. It is changed into now, British type of education where the teachers and school students come to a place and kind of teaching. This is done in British. That we have adopted. And we never used to sit on a table and a chair. Now, just because the Britishers came in and they were used to it, like that, they have changed the culture, tradition, emotion, attitude. Then it's colonizing. When we are trying to change the country which we have captured into our own country, then it is colonizing. It's not just ruling. Clear, ma'am? Okay. Yeah. Now, turmoil.
Confusion,
ma'am.
Disturbance, confusion. Okay. When do we have a turmoil? Please give me an example for a turmoil.
Heavy rainfall means that flooding is imminent.
Now,
Sri Lanka, there is some disturbance.
Sri Lanka, ma'am.
Sri Lanka, we can take it as an example, ma'am.
For turmoil. Okay. Now, turmoil is it among people or within your head?
Maybe among the people or with the head.
In the head,
So
ma'am.
if it is a turmoil within, yes, sir. Sorry.
If you are relocating to a new place or something,
Particular
then you will be having turmoil in your head.
individual
Okay, if
person's
you-
confusion only.
Basically, it's confusion. It can be among people or within your own head. So turmoil is unsettled confusion where you are, what to say, boiling. You are, a slight anger is also along with that. Then it is turmoil. Confusion along with anger. Okay. Imminent.
Ma'am, individual
happen
person for
soon.
It will happen very soon.
Almost
Almost
among the
it will
people you are
happen
saying, ma'am.
very soon.
Turmoil.
Unavoidable. Actually, imminent is unavoidable. Or a very, generally, where do we use imminent?
Danger.
Can
imminent
anyone
danger.
use imminent? Imminent danger. Okay. Generally, where will we use? An imminent person, an imminent personality, an happening personality, and an unavoidable personality. Okay. A person whom you cannot forget. Very important. So then we use the word imminent. Okay. It is sure to happen. That places you use imminent. Okay. Merely.
Only.
Just like that.
Just
Yeah,
like that.
very good.
Yes. Only.
Yeah, just like that. Okay. Arbitrary.
Not based on anything.
Not based on anything. If you are saying that, how I explain this word to my children, I'll try. I love
Maybe
to
not
share
based
what
on
happened
any
was
reasoning, any ideas.
not based on any ideas. Okay.
Any idea,
Now,
any
when will
reasoning.
you use the word arbitrary, sir? For generally, where will you use arbitrary?
Ruling people use it.
Rules. Okay. Rules. When we are talking about rules, we will use the word arbitrary. Now, arbitrary means my rules are not clear. Okay. For example, if you are not submitting your assignment, you can tell your children you will be sent out of the class. Okay. Then that is clear. Instead, if you're going to say, you will be sent out of the class if you, or if you're saying that if you are, whenever I am unhappy about your performance, I'll send you out of the class, then that is arbitrary. When you will feel unhappy, nobody knows. There is no clear-cut clarity in that. Okay. So arbitrary is when a rule is implemented or brought in, if there is no clarity, then it's called as arbitrary. Yeah. Arbitrary rule which was by the Britishers in which rule was an arbitrary rule, which was not stating what has to be done, why it is going to be done like that. Very famous rule.
Monarchy.
And
Monarchy.
Gandhiji started his satyagraha against this. I'm asking about an act which was passed by the Britishers against which
Rowlatt Act, ma'am.
Rowlatt Act. Yes. And what does the Rowlatt Act says? Rowlatt Act says if anybody passes a comment against the British. No, one second.
They will shoot that.
No, it's not shoot. No, actually, the rule which was stated by Rowlatt given. Rowlatt is saying that the Britishers can arrest anybody if they are talking or criticizing against the British rule. Okay, and if they happen to criticize, okay, according to me, what is criticizing? According to me, they are not ruling properly. Is maybe, or if let us assume Uma ma'am is saying I'm not teaching well. Okay, saying that I take it as a personal criticism. Okay, then if somebody is talking like that, then they can arrest them and put in jail for 2 years without any trial. Okay, or I am a Britisher, and let us assume Lakshmi Priya ma'am is an Indian, and I don't like her at all. So I just go and say, you said this word and I can arrest. There is no proof required for that because there is no trial. So there is no clarity in that law. Okay, that's why it's called as an arbitrary law. So example for arbitrary law is the Rowlatt Act. Are there any arbitrary laws in India today? Hello? Teacher?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just that's going to be your assignment. Just find out, are there any arbitrary laws which is existing in India in our constitution? Okay. That's your assignment. If you have, I hope you've understood what is arbitrary. It's not clear. Outline picture is given. Okay. But a clear-cut idea is not derived from it. Then it's arbitrary. Okay. Okay. Concern. What's concern?
To affect.
Bother about. Taking
you want to, you're worried about that person. Okay. Then it is
taking care of it.
Okay. Now I have moved into another game. We will look into these words and then come back to that. So acrimonious is bitterness or ill feeling with a criminal activity. Okay. Dictatorial is a typical or a ruler with total power, and whims is a sudden desire and keep changing your mind. Colonial is relating or characteristics of a colony, where whoever is ruling, their characteristics is imposed upon us. Turmoil is a great disturbance. Confusion, and imminent is about to happen, merely is just. Arbitrary is based on a random choice or personal whim, and concern is interest or involve oneself. Now, categories is a different game. This is also a word game. For example, can you please mentally think about words related to constitution? This category is asking them to think about in one line so that the children will have more vocabulary in that category. Okay? That's another game which you can play. Yes. Next is understanding secularism. As we know, secularism is not supporting any one religion. Persecuted. Persecuted.
Tortured.
Exploiting, ma'am. Persecuting.
Tortured.
Tortured.
Tortured. Is it tortured, ma'am? Compelling. Okay.
Compelling.
Is it compelling, ma'am?
Exploiting, ma'am. Exploitation.
Actually, ill-treating. Okay, ill-treating, especially based on one type of
humiliated.
Humiliation, or based on your birth or your body structure, you are saying something, then you are persecuting them. Okay.
Yes,
Interpret.
Explain detail, ma'am.
Interpret.
To explain.
To explain, okay. Or the way you understand things. To interpret, my interpretation about this word is different, whereas her interpretation is different. The way I understand it or explain it or comprehend it will be, that is to interpret. Okay. What's coercion? Coercion.
Thread.
Compelling. No, compelling. Through force. If you are asking somebody to do through force, that's coercion. Now, somebody might have coerced you to attend the class, or you might be coming on your own. It is so. Coercion is forcing us to do.
We are coming on our own only.
I know, ma'am. I'm just giving you a statement. Okay, so coercion. Okay, exception.
The rejection.
Exception. Except.
Excuses. Rejection.
Exclusion.
Excluded.
Exclusion.
Excluded. Not including that. Not including that. Leaving that alone. Accepted. Or unique. They are above all of us. Exceptional performance. You say that also. Above the group. Or they are away from the group. It can be in the positive sense as well as the negative sense. Exceptional performance is a positive sense. except him, everybody completed is a negative sense. So it can be used in positive and negative, meaning that they are away from the group and they are not part of the group. That's the exception. Intervene.
Interfere.
Interfere.
Stop something to
Interfere.
happen.
To involve.
Interfere where, ma'am?
To
Interfere in
stop
which
something
place?
to happen. Talking.
Yes, stop, or wherever things are happening, you jump inside that, or you jump in without being called. That's called as intervention. Okay. When two people are talking, I go in and say, I give my own judgment, then I'm intervening them. Okay. So that's intervention without being called. I go in, that's intervention. Secular.
Non-religious.
Secular is not, not religious. Persecuted is ill treatment, especially because of their race or physical appearance or their beliefs. And interpret is nothing but explain the meaning. Okay, interpret is how we understand. Coercion is using force asking somebody to do something through force. People don't like to, write. For example, children nowadays are not they are not writing. We have to somehow make them write. We cannot coerce them, but we have to make them write. So coercion is something like that. Exception is a person or a thing that is excluded from the general and they do not follow a rule. So possibility of positive as well as negative. Intervene is interrupt verbally, and secular not connected with any religious or spiritual matters. Okay. Next one. Coalition. What's coalition, man? Anyone?
Group behavior.
No. Coalition government.
Government, ma'am.
Yes,
Coalition
yes.
government. Together.
What's a coalition government?
Government run together.
Join two or three
Okay.
parties.
I will ask you a question. When is coalitions formed?
No party will get the majority. There is no majority.
They don't have majority means during that time they will support from some other parties.
Okay. Now, if they are forming that before the election, what is that called as?
If their ideas or something is
Alliance.
parties, they may join together.
Sometimes, Shankar sir, their policy needn't accept, or they needn't go along with each other's policy. They don't accept each other's policy. They don't respect each other's policy. But still, for the sake of forming a government, they come together and work together. That's called as coalition. Okay. Now, if they form understanding, if they join together before the election, it is called as alliance. Okay. It's an agreement where at that time, sir, their policies will be almost similar. They accept the policies. Whereas in a coalition government, I and you together will form the government so that we will have majority. Okay. What is marginalized?
Excluded from the society.
Exclusion, discrimination, the group of people.
As the word says, margin. In a margin, we generally don't write anything. Okay. It is not the usual. It is left away from the normal. So marginalized is nothing but people who are not allowed to participate in the group. They are pushed away from the normal. That's called as marginalization. Okay. So, the next one. Dissolved.
Not finding any solution.
Not solved.
Yes. Unresolved. Unresolved is not able to find a solution. Very good. So, coalition is a temporary alliance for combined action, especially of a political parties forming a government. Only for forming a government, and it's a temporary alliance. Alliance is when both our ideas are okay. We are compromise on our ideas to set up or win the election. That's an alliance. Okay. Ally is, who is an ally? A-L-L-Y?
Friend.
Friend.
Friend. Very good. So a temporary alliance. Marginalized, treated as insignificant or peripheral or outside. Periphery is the border or boundary. Beyond that, okay? So they are insignificant and they are treated very badly, or unsolved is resolved. Okay, now next one, prominent.
Prominent means
Prominent. Prominent.
Important. Important.
Person.
Position.
Very important person. Okay.
Prominent
Very
leader.
visible.
Prominent personality, we can say.
Prominent leader.
Very visible. Very visible. Okay. Everybody knows about him. He's a prominent personality. Okay. Sedition. Sedition Act. Which year you remember Sedition Act was passed in India?
Ma'am, 1878.
Act against the government.
1878.
1878. It is again an arbitrary act. Okay. If anybody is talking against the government, then they will be arrested and put in jail. That is sedition. Okay. Talk or yes, right? Sorry, ma'am. Rowlatt Act. Yes. So, before Rowlatt Act, there was another act which is called as
Sedition Act.
Sedition Act of 1878. And there is another. When General Dyer opened what to say fire in Jallianwala Bagh, okay, what was existing there? Another act was existing other than this Rowlatt Act. What is that act called as? Sorry. Now somebody told for arbitrary, this is that act.
Pardon the question, ma'am. Pardon the question.
Okay.
Civil
Now, what gave the right to open
144.
fire? Yes, very good. Who said that? Is it Muthukumaran sir or Shankar sir?
I told you.
Surya sir? Shankar sir. Okay. I'm not seeing with your voices. I'm trying to identify. Sorry. Okay. So it is saying it's naturally that 144 Act is not more than 4 people can assemble in a particular place. Okay. So using that only, General Dyer opened fire. Okay. Stating that people are having a demonstration against the Rowlatt Act and using the Martial Act, Black Martial Act. At that time, it was called as Martial Act. Okay. He opened fire. Okay. Now, where were we? Sedition Act. Okay. Sedition is anybody who is talking against the government verbally or printing it and sending, that's sedition. Okay. Then what's evolution?
From one level to another level.
Evolving from one level to another. What is evolving? You're saying it. You're understanding, but you're not able to put it in words. Growing. Excellent. Growing. Now, what's the difference between growing? What's the difference between growing and evolution? Evolving?
Change. There is a continuous change that brings in evolution.
Evolution is also continuous change. Growth is also continuous change. But what is the difference between them? Evolution takes millions of years. Okay. For example, earlier our ears were movable. Okay. Now slowly it has become sedent, not moving. So that's an evolution. Earlier our backs were bent. Now the backs are straight. So evolution. Yes, sir. Slowly with all our mobiles and like this, I think our backs will, with 5 generations after, again our backs will start to bend. That's an evolution. So evolution is a slow change in the body structure or the organism, but it takes generations to occur. Okay. Okay. What's criticize?
Passing comment.
Hurtfully. Okay. Not positively. If somebody is criticizing you, they are giving a negative comment about you. That's criticizing. Very good. What's repressive? Suppress, oppress, repress. What are the differences? What are the differences? Oppress.
Suppress
Oppress
means,
is mentally. Yes, ma'am.
yes,
Yes, ma'am.
suppressing somebody not to do.
Not allowing them to do their whatever they want to do. Okay, suppressing. What's oppressing?
It means injustice something.
Okay. You are what to say? Kind of suppressing them permanently so that they have lost their own self. Then it is oppression. What's repressive?
Limits of freedom.
Restriction, ma'am.
Limits.
Restricting them. Restricting them is repressive. Okay. Now, what is disregards? At times, we are repressive to children. Will you accept it?
Yeah.
Yes. Sometimes they don't know their limits, so we will be repressive to them. Boys, there's a limit for everything. Stop, get down, get back to job, like that. That's repressive. Okay. Disregards. Not giving them respect, disregarding them, rejecting them. That's disregards. Okay. What's controversial?
Difference of opinion.
Yeah, opposite to each other.
Opposite.
Now, everybody wants to have class from morning 9 to 11. I prefer to have class in the night 9 to 11. Then I am a controversial person. My ideas are controversial. Opposite. Solidarity.
Steadiness.
Yesterday we learned this word.
Steady one.
Yeah. Agreeing something.
Unity, accepting everybody.
Supporting.
Unity.
Constitution.
Supporting. Yes, solidarity is togetherness. Strength achieved due to togetherness. Enthusiasm.
Eagerness.
Eager.
Eager. Happy. Happily you are eager to do that. Okay. Prominent is important. Sedition. Yeah. Very good, ma'am. Sedition is conduct or speech indicating people to rebel against the authority or the government. Basically against the government. Evolution is gradual development. Criticize is indicating the faults. Repressive is inhibiting or restraining personal freedom. Disregards is the action of or state paying no attention to something, or not giving respect. Controversial is giving rise or likely to give rise to controversy or public disagreement. Basically, disagreeing with what people are saying. Solidarity is unity or showing common interest, mutual support. And enthusiasm is intense, eager, and enjoyment. Okay, in judiciary, apex. Which is the apex court? Correct. Somebody started.
RBI, Reserve Bank Court.
Supreme Court.
Court. Supreme Court is, Supreme Court is the apex court. Very good. Now, when you're talking about apex court, so what is apex?
The highest level.
The uppermost level.
Main body. Highest.
In a mountain, when we're talking about a mountain, this is the apex. Peak. Yeah, peak. That's all. Peak. Exactly. Peak. Is
highest
apex.
point.
Nothing else.
Highest point.
Yeah, highest point. Very good. Very good. What's tehsil? Taluka. What's a taluka? What's a taluka?
Revenue.
District.
Lowest court.
What is a district?
Controlling
Division of
Lowest division.
division of the country.
Very good. It's an area.
District is not the lowest. Village is the lowest unit.
Villages.
Yeah. So if
The villages together comes under the taluk.
very good. So what is it? Basically, it's an area divided for administrative purpose. Okay. It can many thousands together. Many taluks together is a district. Fine. All that basically divisions for administrative purpose. Correct?
Tehsil court means district court.
Here it is a district court. When you're talking about tehsil court, it's a district court. But generally, tehsil means a small area where many villages together. Yeah, many villages come together. Yes, correct. Okay, preside.
Chairs.
Headed by. It's a
Yes,
head.
chairperson, head. Very good. Interference.
Interfering in one's matter.
Interrupting.
Jumping.
Interfering.
Interrupting is stopping from somebody doing something. Interference is going in between and giving your ideas. Acquit. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Quit.
Yeah, next.
Disturbing them. Okay. Acquitted.
Quit.
The person he didn't do any crime.
If quit. Yes. Now, what are the 3 words in a courtroom which is quite often used? Acquitted. And opposite to acquitted is?
Accused.
Sorry, no.
Accused.
Accused, suspect. Ma'am, Uma ma'am, do you remember we had a session in this?
Yes, ma'am. That article 21, 22.
Accused, suspect is different. Other than that, a person has committed the crime. So what will you do?
Guilty.
Giving punishment.
Very good.
Guilty.
So, guilty. Very good. Guilty, accused, suspect. Then comes, first is suspect. We think that person has committed the crime. And after we collect the proof that the person has committed crime, we accuse him, stating that you have done. And after that, the case will go to the court and they will argue and they try to prove that accused has committed the crime. If he has committed the crime, he will be considered as a guilty and he will be prosecuted according to the law. And if he has not committed the crime, he will be acquitted. Acquitted is sent to him, proven that he has not committed the Clear? Okay. Acquitted is a person who has not committed the crime. He is let free or allowed. His freedom is given back to him. Okay. Eviction.
They have to move property by somebody.
Yeah. They have to move away from that property. It's called as eviction. Yes. Envisioned. What's envisioned?
Looking in.
What is vision? What is vision? Vision is
seeing.
Looking.
Envisioned
is looking into the future with a broader outlook. They say, I envisioned you as a collector. I dreamt you, or I looked at you as a collector. I was so envisioned. Slum dweller is quite common. A person who lives in the slum. Okay. Apex is highest. Tehsil is an administrative area. Preside is to be in charge of. Interference is intervened in a situation. Acquitted is free from the criminal charge. Eviction is the action of expelling someone from the property. Envision is imagine as a future possibility or visualize. Slum dweller is a person who lives in the slum. Hierarchy.
Order. Order.
Is it order?
So in our school also
top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Like,
like that. School also we have hierarchy. Excellent.
Higher order.
No, difference.
Lowest to highest.
Highest to
lowest to highest or highest to lowest.
Higher order.
Any way you can have it. Now you can have it from lowest to highest also. Fine. Highest to lowest also is fine. How is hierarchy formed? Based on the
position, rank.
Is it based on the power? Based on the power. Based on the power. Who has power on whom? For example, the students
is the higher coach in India.
Yeah, the teachers have power on the students, and the headmisters have the power on teachers, and the principal has the power on HM, and the management has the power on
principals.
Yeah, so that's a hierarchy. Basically, that's a hierarchy. Okay, linguistic.
Language.
Languages.
Based on language.
Languages.
Yeah, based on language.
Languages.
Based on language, linguistic. Encompass.
Comprise.
Comprise.
No, surrounded. Surrounded. Okay, not comprise, which comprises within itself. What to say? I comprise of a teacher, a mother, a leader. That is which is within me. Encompass is surrounding, which is surrounding me. Okay, that's encompass. Dimensions.
Seeing in different ways.
Shining.
Okay, direction. Direction. Basically, dimension is a different direction. Okay, now I look at things in a different direction, differently. That's a dimension. Okay, basically, it's a mathematical word looking in a different perspective.
Measurement.
Okay. Yeah, measurement is also accepted, sir. Correct. Accentuated. What is accentuated?
To emphasize something.
Accentuated here, they mean is noticeable, I believe. Like it is prominent, it's visible, people can see it. Accentuated. Okay. Deprived.
Not getting. Not getting.
Not getting.
Not getting. Very good. Amenities.
Facilities.
Amenities.
Public
Facilities.
Facilities.
Very good. Salugaigal. Excellent. Ghettoization.
One area where they are particularly living.
Very good. A similar type of people. For example, Brahmins live in a ghettoized area which is called as Agraharam. Excellent. Agraharam. And Muslims live in an area which is called as
Mosque Street.
Okay. So it varies. Ghettoization is a similar type of people who live in an area. Okay. They because they all have similar culture and tradition, they try to live together. Okay. What's a phenomenon?
An event in nature.
Natural.
Natural. Okay. Powerful. Exception. Okay. Phenomenal. Sorry, sir.
The process.
Hello. Sorry. Process.
A fact.
A fact. Okay, a fact can be accepted. Phenomenal, exceptionally unique, something like that. Okay, phenomenal person, phenomena. It's a unique phenomena which happened. Okay, process can also be accepted at that time. Okay,
The
distinctiveness.
of making something
Different.
Friend. Yes, sir. Yes. Distinctiveness is different, not the usual. Okay.
Unique.
Unique.
Unique, distinguishable, different. Sorry?
Explaining we are getting highest mark, distinction marks.
Unique, not among the group. Okay, distinction. Yes. Hierarchy is a system where the members of the organization or society are ranked according to the relative status, authority, and linguistic is relating to the language, and encompass is surround, dimensions is a measurable extent, such as length, breadth, depth, and height. Accentuated is more noticeable or prominent. Deprived is suffering of a severe damage of not getting something. Amenities or facilities available. Ghettoization is confined or restriction to a particular area. Phenomena is a remarkable person. Distinctiveness is a quality of being an individual or easily distinguishable. Okay. Now, story prompts. Now, have any... we are going to, shall we play this game? Okay, I'm coming back to class. Okay, now at least few videos, please, so that we will have a conversation. We have learned so many words now, okay? The game goes like this. You can use the words or you can frame a sentence, okay? And the next person will continue using another word or whatever they feel like, whatever they want to continue. and the story has to continue. And you will see how the story changes from the beginning till the end. It's amazing. Okay, I'll show you this. This word game involves making up a story by taking turns in saying sentences. One person starts the story and says the first sentence. My sentence was, a prominent personality came to my area. The second person, Lakshmi Priya ma'am, said a second sentence, and she told he had controversial ideas. Okay, you can choose any word from this.
Ma'am,
And
he is distinctive, ma'am.
He came to
he had
preside
distinctive
one
ideas.
meeting. He came to preside one meeting.
He came to
Introgated to the
preside a meeting. Excellent. He came to preside a meeting.
The idea
Okay,
he
then
had was to
He
change
was
the
very
society.
much bothered about slum dwellers.
okay, he was not bothered about slum dwellers. Okay, thank you, ma'am. We will ask somebody else to say next sentence. Yes. Any word. You can choose any word.
He will interfere some important events.
Yes.
His meeting interfered some important event. Very good. Superb.
Came to solve some unresolved problems in the area.
Address the marginalized people.
He addressed the marginalized people. Sir, what was your statement? Sorry.
To resolve some unresolved problems in that area.
Very good. He tried to solve the unresolved problems in that area. Excellent. Superb. Then.
He followed the secularism.
He followed secularism. Okay. He was not supporting any particular religion. Very good.
He was concerned about that constituency.
Very good. So this is how you give them 20 words and ask them to frame or tell a story. Okay. So no, we haven't come to this. No, we didn't come to this. Okay, this is over. That's another way of making them familiar with the words, how to use those words in a sentences and a meaningful way. Okay, that's another game. So I have given almost 8 games now. At the end, we will recall. Okay, abide. What is abide?
Follow,
obey.
Follow. Very good. Yes, obey and follow. Very good. Subside.
Giving something.
Subsided.
Subsided. I give some. No.
It started to come down. Subside.
Getting concessions.
Getting subsidy is something.
Subsidized.
Subsidy is something. Subsidy is totally different. This is subsided is coming down. His anger subsided as he saw his class teacher entering the class. So subsided is coming down. Okay. Furnish.
Make something new.
Finish. Complete.
To give polished information.
Yeah, to furnish, yes, is to give. Basically, is to give. Furnish the necessary documents. Okay, furnish. Or furnish your apartment is giving them give the table, chair, furniture. Yeah, fully furnished apartment. The 2 different meanings it has. Bestowed.
Bestowed.
He was bestowed this title.
Present. Gifted.
To present, to give. To give, to present.
To give something.
Yeah. I was bestowed upon the blessings of the God. Okay. Or I bestowed my blessing. Award. Okay. I was bestowed this award. Okay. What is ostracize?
What is it now?
Refusing.
Ostracize.
Refusing to.
To refuse to allow anything.
Okay. Basically, that is quite common in India. Ostracizes. Like we say it as annan thanni polangama. ஊரை விட்டு ஒதுக்கி வைக்கிறது.
Yes, ma'am. Marginalized.
Yeah, marginalized is
Are excluded.
they are not given due importance. Okay, like you don't give them water, you don't give them. You are not supposed to talk to them. You are not supposed to. Basic things are evaded. Then it's called as ostracized.
Some punishment given by the.
அண்ணன் தண்ணி புழங்க கூடாது, ஊரை விட்டு ஒதுக்கி வைக்கிறது, all these. Yes, panchayat, local panchayat. That's happening. Yes. Okay. Assertive. What's assertive?
Do what you want.
Very confident.
Standing up for your right. Standing up for your right. Okay. That's assertive. Humiliation. We have
ill treatment.
Feel ashamed.
Yeah.
Ill treatment.
Yeah. You are not respecting that person and humiliating them. Okay. And exploitation.
Getting more from them and giving low.
It's not like that, ma'am.
Extracting.
More from them. Extracting more from them.
Surrendra is exact word. Okay.
Extract more from them.
Overusing them. Yeah, overusing them.
When paying low.
Taking advantage.
Taking advantage. Excellent. Undue advantage. Okay.
Cheating.
Now at times when it is our mother, we exploit our mothers, or sometimes the workplace exploits us. Take a maximum possibility from us. Yeah. Use them as maximum as possible, exploiting them. Okay. Unleashing.
Setting free, ma'am.
Letting it free, unleashing it. Okay. Hideous. Hideous crime.
Continuous.
What's a he? Not continuous.
அருவருப்பா இருக்கிறது.
அருவருப்பானது. Hideous crime is a crime. Generally, they use this word only for a crime. Hideous.
Looking bad.
Very ugly looking.
Ugly.
Hideous.
Appearance.
Yeah. Unpleasant, extremely unpleasant. Exact meaning. Okay. Abide is accept or act in accordance with. Subside is become less intense. Furnish is to be source or provide, submit, or bestow, confer, or present. 1 second. Ma'am, I'm in a meeting, ma'am. Meeting. I'll finish this and come. Associate school meeting. Yeah. 1 o'clock it will get over. I'll call you after that, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No issues. Sorry, ma'am. That is from the school. That's why I need to answer. Okay. Ostracize is exclude from the society or the group. Assertive is having or showing confidence. Humiliation is act of humiliating or injuring somebody's dignity or pride. Exploitation is unfairly taking benefit out of them unfairly. Unleashing is releasing. Hideous is extremely unpleasant. And stringent action against the people who have done.
Dirty.
No, very strict. Stringent is very strict, stern. Teachers are supposed to not conjure, man. Strict, very strict. Stringent action is
that is stingy.
We used to say no, ma'am. Stingy fellow.
Stingy means stingy. That is STINGY.
Stingy. Yes. That is stingy. This is stringent. It's very strict and stern. Stern and strict action. Especially when it comes to police, they take stringent action. They don't wait for anything. They take immediate action and very severe action. That's stringent action. What's indulge?
Indulge in
Forgive.
Participate.
Forgive.
Participate. Now, actually giving you give yourself a special treatment. Okay. Then I indulged in ice cream. I indulged in a 3-day trip. That is, you are treating yourself with a special thing. Indulging, or I indulged my children with a special treat, or took them to Disneyland. I indulged my children with Disneyland. Or giving them an extra thing is called as indulging. Okay. What's reprehensible? Reprehension.
No idea.
Anybody? Avoiding or basically punishable, which is not accepted by the society. Okay. Now, what to say? A person who is using a filthy language is reprehensible. Okay. Not accepted by the society. Not. Okay. Kind of. Okay. Not acceptable things which they do. That's reprehensible. Encroach.
Occupy others' land.
Occupying a place.
Very good. Very good. Occupy others' land or others' idea. I encroach his idea.
Yeah.
Yes, idea. Okay. Modest.
Model.
Humble.
Moderate.
Humble. No, humble. He might be a very rich person, but he's a modest. His attitude never shows that he's a rich person. For that matter, let us say our Rajinikanth is a modest person. Though he has such a big fan club, he comes with this bald head outside. He's a modest person, humble person, not taken away by his fame or name or power. He's a normal human being with a humble attitude. That's modest. Negotiation. Negotiate.
Negotiate.
No, not avoiding. Negotiate.
No.
Discussing
With
Approaching in a friendly way.
Ideas.
discussing about
Different parties.
Okay, discussion of different ideas. Negotiation is, I am offering this. I'm offering this. What are you offering? Like that, we are trying to come to a compromise. When that talk is going on, that's called as negotiation. Discussion aiming to reach an agreement. Okay. What I am ready to offer, what you are ready to offer, we will discuss about that and try to come to an agreement. Then that is negotiation. Stringent is strict, precise, exacting. Indulge is allowing oneself to enjoy the pleasure of. Reprehensible is deserving censorship. That's what, which is not acceptable, condemned, which is to be condemned. Okay. Encroach is taking, which is beyond your real acceptable quality. You occupy somebody. Modest is unassuming about one achievement, ability, richness, fame, power, being humble. Negotiation is discussing. Okay. Law and social justice, exploitative.
Taking away.
Very good. Exploiting. So if I am exploitative in nature, I will use every possible nook and corner and try to achieve something. Okay. Enforcement.
Force. Implement the law. Force.
Yes. Forcefully implement the law. Forcefully implement the law is enforcing. Very good. Implement.
Introduce.
Bringing up.
Enacting acts.
Okay. Implementing is ensuring that it is followed. Okay. Implement. I implement my policy. I implement my rule wherever I go. So implement is ensure that it is followed. Reprisal. Reprise a person for not doing certain things. When my students don't, when my students don't complete the classwork, I reprise them.
Not allow.
No. Reprisal is punishing. Okay, basically punishing. Okay. Malfunction.
Functioning properly.
Malfunction. If you look at like that, you will
In
understand.
illegal way. Illegal
Not,
way.
not functioning. Not functioning properly. Your what to say? Refrigerator malfunctions. Your
Washing machine
laptop malfunctions. Malfunction is not working properly. Even human beings sometimes malfunction. They tend to act in a different way. Okay. Vulnerability. Who is vulnerable?
Vulnerable.
What's that?
Easy
Those
to
who are
hurt.
Quality. Quality.
Easy. Weak or
I am
easy to hurt.
easily. I am vulnerable to, let us say, a smile. Okay. Anybody looks at me and smiles, I melt down. Okay. And that's a vulnerable attitude of mine. That is, that's a very weak point of mine, which people take advantage of. Then I'm vulnerable. Or women are vulnerable to chain snatching. The men are also wearing chain, but women are vulnerable to chain snatching. That they are weak in that area. Okay, so vulnerability is feeling weak in a particular area. Exposed, possibility attacked or harmed emotionally or physically by somebody. Okay. Exploitative is making use of the situation or treating others unfairly and taking gain out of it. Enforcement is compelling somebody to follow the rule and law. Implement is put a decision into effect, follow it, ensure that they are followed. Reprisal is an act of retaliation. Retaliating is I'm unhappy about it, I show unhappiness and stand up against it. Malfunction is not functioning normally. Vulnerability is exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally.